This shit. Got so many guys out there. We don't know what to say love. The drama continues. As always. We just had a present. But you want it to be true. You make it true. So you get clicks, but when you go personal, what's really going on? Like, what's going on, y'all? This Greg. Greg said it. Back with another one. All right, what's going on? What's going on here? How late are we? An hour and a half late. This is Greg. Greg said it live. We be flexible as we can. Normally I'd be off. Normally I am off here. So we've been doing this 2:00 lately, changing schedule. I was at the good old church house today. Saw somebody. He said, Greg said I didn't get the brother's name, but he watches the show. He'll shout out to him and make sure I get his name. And just kind of went over. And then, then make it back to 2. So here we are here today. So we just being flexible here. What's going on in Felix? I try to be consistent. I try to be consistent and have a set time like a good old show. But you know how that goes, especially on the weekends. And anybody who is doing it, man, it takes a lot to be consistent. That's one thing I've always tried to do. My show, at least not with times, but with days. Have a consistent Sunday show. Thursday's been consistent and dropping the videos throughout the week on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with the shorts and every other day. Try to be consistent with that. So, y'all, like Felix said, hit that button there, hit that like button, share all that good stuff. 'Cause today we're gonna be talking about how Shedeur wins. I know people gonna be coming in because it's not at our regular time. But in the meantime, I have to give a shout out. We got the Tanggula box. Having another one of our listeners get a couple of them. Shout out to her. So should tracking them should be coming tomorrow or whatever. And like I say, this is the time to get your boxes. It's getting real, right? Jimmy Hunter's picking up speed. LeJounte look like he gonna be having some good situations out there in Baltimore. We know what Travis gonna do. Hopefully, Sim Craig and BJ make some happen down there. And Shiloh look like he doing good. And Shedeur, that's now he in Cleveland. Y'all heard me on Thursday. We were talking about Cleveland. I don't trust him and all that. They get a lot of hype, man. I mean, he wearing that jersey. He went to the what is the rookie showcase, whatever. I call it the pro NIL. And he's representing. Gabriel was out there too. What's his name? Juden. What's his name? I forget his name. The running back, Juden. He was out there. So the Cleveland Browns don't came up. They got 3 rookies out there representing. At least 3 of them. And Judson. I think it's Judson. So they don't came up, and they had 2 quarterbacks out there. They play their cards right. They in a good position. They play it wrong. They in a bad. You hearing rumors about Shedeur, man, trading all that. But today we're going to talk about how he wins. But again, Tanglebox defeatcable.com. That's where you get your box set. You go all the way through, get your order. Now I make sure they get the order out and everything. And tracking number to you and good for all that good stuff. So got some stuff coming down. I got another sponsor sent me some today. I'm going to do a little video on and, do our little thing. We're taking this thing day by day. But anywho, I noticed one thing, y'all, and I'm just only gonna be me. When you look at Shedeur Sanders and this whole situation, it's kind of strange to me. See, y'all gotta forgive me. It's kind of strange when I look at Shedeur and like he got his money, he got his Delta. He ain't doing Delta now. I just saw another Gatorade commercial. He had that throwing the football, hitting that target, looking like a lethal shooter out there, hitting the target, and then he got his Nike. All this stuff was already in place. It's smart. NFL screw him. When you make the kind of money he can make with his endorsements, he can do like Shaq and many other guys. He ain't never got to touch his NFL money anyway. If he was smart, that's what he would do. That's probably why he ain't crying. Because he probably was already set up to say, you know what? Nike give me 50 million, 100 million, for a shoe deal or whatever. Delta give me a couple million, few million, and Gatorade give me a few million. He probably said, you know what, I'm good. I ain't gonna even touch my NFL check anyway. Whatever it was, it probably wasn't even gonna be what it was compared to his endorsements. Because endorsements can get pretty big. And he's a big enough name to get big endorsement checks because he demands it. I mean, he has millions of followers on multiple platforms. So he didn't need the NFL money because he has other money already. And it would be smart not to even touch it. And it's like, it's a sad thing they took his money, but he's the kind of person where you can't really hurt him because his money situation is already strong. So at the end of the day, it's like you can count his pockets. NFL may count his pockets. But at the end of the day, he in a good situation. The main thing that he has to do is keep doing what he's doing. He's smiling. He's happy. He's in good spirit for the situation. Because it can be hard. Think about the situation. Your homeboy Travis, the guy you trained with for years, all of them go first round. And you supposed to be right there with them. And at the same time, they don't even put you in the same class with the people you've been running with the whole time. Y'all had plans to get drafted together, and they put you way in the back. What's worse is they still got you around them. So they get the millions of dollars, and you don't give him the millions of dollars. That's crazy. And they got to be designed to make him, feel a certain kind of way. But he looks like he's happy. And that's the number one way Shedeur wins. He hashtag unbothered. He's still doing his little Twitch and his little streams. He's smiling. He's saying all the right stuff. They want to provoke him to say the wrong stuff. They want to turn his teammates against him. They want to do all these different things to almost solidify the negative reputation that they don't put on him already. Oh, you selfish. Oh, you want things your way. Oh, it's daddy ball. Oh, this. They've already threw everything they can throw at him. He's not athletic. He can't throw a deep ball. He's been throwing deep balls the whole time. He's been throwing deep balls the whole time, accurately. They say all you do is throw little short, little bubble routes. But how dumb are you? You watching tape all the way back this freshman year. He throwing it down the field 50, 60 yards, way up in the air. He throw them little rainbow shots. He don't just throw it. He way up in the air. You drop up on it. Sometimes they'll overrun it. That's slow down. But he put a lot of air on his ball. For you to say he don't have no arm is seriously silly. But you look at somebody he trained with like a Cam Ward. They've been training together toe for toe. He go number one. You go number 144. Your career has been identical. Your path has been identical. Your numbers have been identical. You go 144. He go number one. Imagine that. Imagine what that's designed to do to your confidence. Imagine what that's designed to do to stir up anger and frustration in you. Think about that. This is what Shedeur has to go through every day. And in a way, they can make jokes about it. You ain't got no Travis Hunter. You ain't got no money. Travis got like 46 million. Shedeur got 4. $40 million difference. Somebody who he's trained with. Somebody who he helped get the way yet. I mean, Travis ain't played for no other quarterback. Think about that. Travis and the Heisman. He every award he got except DB. Jim Thorpe. Right? Everything about Travis on the offensive side has involved Shedeur since his freshman year. And it's weird because you want to give Travis credit for something you don't want to give Shedeur. You want to take Shedeur credit, but in the meantime, you're giving Travis all this credit. If nobody get him that ball, he don't get the numbers. We got all the way back to Jackson State when Travis catch that ball and go into overtime. Shedeur had to put that ball up there for Travis to get it. He's only as good as the person gave him the ball. So it's strange how they try to divide the two, and then they try to turn them against each other. Why don't you be more like Travis? Why don't you be this? Travis works hard. Travis ain't had nothing handed to him. They're doing that to poke at Shedeur. They're doing that to divide. It hasn't worked. Travis has enough loyalty in him. Cam Ward, I don't say things. It's kind of iffy. It's kind of iffy with Cam Ward to me because I feel like he said some underbelt things. Maybe he played too much. Maybe his maturity hasn't kicked in. And deep down on the inside, I feel like he do support Shedeur. I do think it's a part of him that comes out that he does despise about him. And it has to do with Shedeur's path and upbringing. Because like on one end, they work out together and they compete. And Cam Ward has some level of respect for him. But on the other end, it's like you did what you did with a lot of help and resources. Even though at the end we got the same quarterback coach, you had resources your whole life. I didn't, quote. Even though I can't fully say that because Cam Ward grew up in a 2-parent household, looked like to me. But, his dad wasn't rich. So I think it is a hint based off the comments of whatever. And, we got different personalities and all that good stuff. I would say, though, if you look at Cam Ward, is he kind of like the typical friend? Y'all ladies, y'all got the friend who your homegirl and y'all all each other. But at the end of the day, she jealous that you got a boyfriend. Or she jealous that, you pretty. She feel like you pretty in her, but she really just your girl. That's your girl, but she really got a spot in her. You better watch her. That's how Cam Ward is. That homeboy that you run with, who y'all hang out all the time, but behind your back, he really want what you got. And in a lot of those movies, they end up, your homeboy end up being the one set you up, get you robbed, try to take you out, mess with your girl. That's what he kind of feel like to me. I'm not saying he ain't totally against you, but it's something there. And, people have that in them. They need some help. They need to go to church. They need a real one, not a fake one. They need help because people have a tendency, if they don't watch their little hearts, their heart is deceitfully wicked. See, that's some good old biblical stuff. That deceitful and wicked. Who can know it? So who put the scripture in the chat? Y'all don't play with me on the Sunday. They told me to preach. Tricky. You can mess around. Y'all don't make me get into inspiration motivation. Excuse me. Premature. Devil is a lie. Y'all make me get into something that's early, man. Let me say that for inspiration motivation about that heart. Because sometimes you don't know how you really feel about something. You know, you just going right along life side by side. You don't really know until you know. It's a certain situation, right? Your homegirl can be jealous of you, but I ain't fully jealous of you until you go and get your career going and get married, and that might just trigger it. That just might trigger it all. Oh, I can't take it anymore. They were jealous of you, but y'all, you was just low enough to be all right. But as soon as you take off, show some separation ability, that crab go to. I'm gonna say that for part two. But I'm gonna put a pin in that. Make sure y'all come back for inspiration motivation. This is your time to subscribe if you haven't. Whether you're watching live or the rerun, replay, whatever you want to call it. Y'all want to finish that off, we come back. Inspiration motivation. Ain't gonna be live. Hit them like buttons while you edit. Share while you edit. We're gonna be talking about the good old crab. The good old jealous spirit. Jealous. What do you say, brown girl? You don't know that thing in you. You don't know that thing in you. Somebody right now. You talking about Cam, y'all got it in you too. Or you got somebody around you that got it in them. That thing get in you. You don't know. It just be poke you in the ribs. I don't know why I don't like this. That thing come up at you. You didn't even know it was there. You were playing with it. Say that for part two of my confessions. Doom, doom. Part two. Anywho. Shedeur, keep the right attitude. Stay motivated, which a good thing he's not money motivated. If you ever thought he was money motivated, because if money motivate him, he'll be in depression right now because he'll be counting them coins. 40 million. Who got 40 million to lose? You ain't even got 40,000. 40 million. You know he gotta be. You got some high faith in what he got. Cause even if you do supposed to get the other stuff, you still supposed to got the 40 million too. So you still 40 million short. And you still got to go around them trifling folks who let you get 40 million short. Look at him. It's either he gonna see it in one or two ways. Either he gonna say, y'all, I'm with y'all picked me fifth round. Y'all could have picked me early. Y'all picked Gabriel, all that in front of me. That's cool. I'm the fifth pick out of the class, seven, whatever. All them other people he picked in front of him, right? He can either say that, I'm good, I'm gonna take it out on everybody else. Or, like he said, if you listen to him, I ain't trying to prove y'all right or prove y'all wrong. I'm gonna prove myself right. And that sounds like what I'm talking about. I'm gonna prove myself right. That y'all low down behinds. I know what y'all on, but I ain't gonna trip. I'm gonna go get mine. I don't owe y'all nothing. I'm not loyal to nothing. Because y'all showed. I'm gonna use this opportunity just like y'all using me. Hopefully that's how he thinking. Sure, your heart ain't with people who showed you. That's what I said on Thursday. Surely. I got Pastor Warren in the building with his church suit on. Pastor Warren with his suit on. See that picture right there? He got that tie on. You know he a pastor. See this scripture for good old Sunday. The heart is deceitfully above all things. Desperately wicked. Who can know it? For y'all non-church goers, here y'all go. Don't get mad, give y'all the scriptural. It fit. Hey, y'all, man, somebody ain't never heard this before. Know this about the heart. Learn now, pay later. If you gonna listen to Greg said it, tell you about it. Or you gonna learn the hard way, since you ain't gonna let the pastor tell you. I'm gonna tell you, and me and Pastor Warren right here. Who can know it? What is it? It? What we talking about? English language. Come on now. Comprehension. The heart is the subject. It's deceitfully. Above all. Above all things. All things. And desperately wicked. Desperate. The heart that tricky. Boy, y'all better watch that heart. From the heart. Did that thing say the heart wicked? Did you hear Kurt Warner? Yeah, I heard Kurt Warner. I heard Pastor Warren too. The heart so doggone tricky, y'all. What you say? The heart. Say it one time. The heart. Repeat it one more time. The heart. So tricky. Who can know it? You don't even know your own heart. We go to Valentine's. We go give out hearts. You say, you have my heart. Same people talking about you have my heart. They cheat on you tomorrow. Might be tonight. Here, you have my heart. They got a new boyfriend next week. But you got my heart. What is a heart? Deceitfully wicked. Above all things. Desperately wicked. Say desperately wicked. That's some scary stuff, y'all. That's heavy right there. But I'm gonna get off of that. I'm gonna come back later for that. That's heavy. I gotta put some time in that. I don't even want to make the show about that. Y'all gotta come back. Y'all gotta put that in my chat in my next video about that right there. Goodness gracious. This man sitting there, all the rookies, 44 rookies. Now I ain't saying he the only one, because clearly they ain't got 44 first rounders. So that would be foolish. So we saw Scatterboo, all the big time people, we saw them now. But Cleveland had 3 people there. 3. They had Gabriel, they had Johnson, they had Shedeur. See? They had all these people there. 5th round draft picks, I just don't feel like. Unless somebody did something wrong. Somebody did some robbery. If I'm 5th round draft pick, I don't care how popular I am. And there's some this. I don't know what scenario that would make sense. Well, I will be the number 1 jersey seller. 2 different numbers. No number. Forget it. No number at all. It's going to be number 1 jersey seller. And not because they want to feel sympathy. It was going to be the number 1 jersey seller anyway. Anyhow. You ain't caused him to be it. He was going to be it anyway. Imagine that. And you got him there. He just a cheesing. This is how you win. Y'all shot all them pum-pums at him. Took $40 million from him. Embarrassed him. Made him wait 3 whole days. Sound biblical to me. I don't know how and why. Took it all from him. In front of everybody. Had people watching the draft. Staying up all night. Seeing nobody don't want to see. And here it is. Y'all draft this man. Dog him out, lie on him. Oh, he got such a bad personality. That had never been his reputation. The boy just is mild and nonchalant can be to a fault sometimes. Honestly, he not aggressive. Travis Hunter's more aggressive than he is. But you'll deal with Travis Hunter because you're not intimidated, right? He ain't got no dad to stand over him, right? But at the end of the day, you still pumping his name. Using him. You used him in the draft. You got him on NFL 5th round draft pick. That you made him a draft NFL 5th rounder. And you pumping him out there. No, you knew what you was doing. You know, or you finding out what kind of following he had. You got him at Cleveland. You got him all every page, every show you got in Cleveland, it's gonna be Shedeur. Nobody checking for Cleveland about Shedeur. Try it out. See who checking. The Cleveland folks ain't even checking. As I see them in the season, see if they win. Nobody checking for y'all in no rookie count. Nobody checking for you. For what? Most y'all fans, and you know it, just like you know the losing program, we're going to wait to see if they win, then we're going to support them. Bandwagon. Yo, because you ain't proved nothing but to let people down. They not checking for you. So y'all, the Shedeur sound. Oh, our YouTubers are blowing up. Oh, our Facebook pages and YouTube, everything blowing up. Oh, people interested. Shedeur. NFL, Shedeur. But y'all didn't want to pay the man. What's going on, Alan? We had somebody else join the Tanggula family, man. Yes, sir, they out here. Alan's OG. And the Bible, the number 365 is divine hold to completion. That the pastor again. Boy, we got a pastor here today. Pastor said 3, but they had him down in the grave for 3 days and 3 nights. You know how they like them 3 days and 3 nights. Shedeur was down in there. Shedeur had to wait 3 days. They about to make him be go with Shiloh, undrafted. But they ain't want to pay the man. I would hope that it's a whole fake thing. I would hope. I know fake stuff happen. I would hope it's all fake. I would hope it's all a show. I hope nobody ain't that low down. Hopefully they paying them on the back end. Hopefully it's all a big joke. I hope nobody that low down. To don't want to pay you, embarrass you, but use you. Use you up good. Use you up so good. And knowing that the people watching, you know it. You know it. I don't know to the extent you knew it, but you knew it. You see what he already produced in his personal life. You see what he produced at Jackson State in Colorado. Maybe you say it was his dad. Nah, I think it started off his dad for sure. I don't think nobody was checking for Shedeur. It was Shedeur. He was Deion's son. But at some point, Shedeur became Shedeur. Maybe it's in the last year. Maybe it's after he went to TCU. At some point, now with the young folks, Shedeur is more relatable because they ain't looking at no Deion. They little kids, they watching him. They watching Travis Hunter. This day generation, this is who they look up to. But at some point, Shedeur became Shedeur. Because in the beginning, nobody was checking for Shedeur. I mean, that's just Deion's son. He had no name. Matter of fact, they called Deion Shiloh, Shedeur, Shiloh. They didn't even know the difference. But at some point, they built a reputation big enough where it stands on its own. I'm here to say, Shedeur reputation finally stand on his own. I had a cousin debate me. He say, these kids ain't when they packed the state. I went to Georgia Tech game to see my cousin. He said, they ain't here to see no Deion. They here to see Shedeur and Trav. And I was like, no way. You don't know what you're talking about. Because at that point, I never seen them separate. They was all fermented under Coach Prime. And now he's like little ducklings, little birds, little eagles. He let them out to fly on their own. Travis Hunter said the other day on Well Off, he has 540,000 subscribers, I believe, on YouTube. I remember, if you go back and look at some of the Well Off videos, Travis was just starting his page his freshman year, and Bucket was using shouting Travis out. And Bucket was probably not even 100. Bucket was like at 50,000, 60,000 at that time, somewhere around that. And Bucket was like, tell them, you are, because they always try to push these kids. You look at most Colorado guys got a YouTube. And it's like, it would have not benefit Travis not to have it because he was the biggest story, even at Jackson State, because he was the guy who left the D1 to go to HBCU. So that was the perfect time. Even though he had been on Destroyer, he's done some other people's stuff who document him. He made his own channel at that point. Bucky had a lot to do with that. Bucky inspired him. They swapped content to help him get on his feet. Now Travis got his own team. Now Shedeur got his own team. But at first, all their content was coming from Bucky because they was all with each other. Bucky and then Reach the People came later on. So they were basically shooting content for these boys. I don't know what page situation they had, but they was shooting content for their page, and that's why you saw some of the content was the same. It was the same person was shooting it. And eventually they got their own teams. You know. Yeah, they might be at some point. You're going to see their hand eventually. They're going to start, they might start pushing him out of spite. The other segment, they might start trying to leverage Dylan Gabriel. But what's going to happen with Dylan Gabriel is almost like the Cypher. I think the more Dylan Gabriel hang with Shedeur, the more he going to like Shedeur. Because, see, he's brainwashed like everybody else. He was at Oregon, even though they didn't play each other. No, I think that Shedeur is likable. This is another way Shedeur, when he's likable enough to win over his locker room, which he's always done. And I see how he has a relationship with the rookies and the running backs. Shedeur is likable because he has a childlike heart. like I said, he's not aggressive and extremely competitive. So you're not gonna feel nothing but genuine when it's from him because he's not. He even if you compete with him, you don't feel it because how his personality comes across. So Gabriel's gonna end up, they're gonna like each other and they're gonna have careers probably separate from each other eventually. But he gonna have the respect because it'd be really wasteful to keep both of them, honestly. Somebody getting traded, and that's why people trying to say Shedeur gonna get traded, and possibly that would be dumb, but it might end up being Gabriel. But if Gabriel get traded, mark my word, he's gonna go to a situation where he's gonna be able to flourish. It's not gonna be the end of his career. It's gonna be for his good if that happens. He's gonna end up going to a team that he ain't got to worry about Shedeur, and he can compete and get a starting position. But it's gonna be hard for him to do it in front of Shedeur. It is what it is. It's not the best situation for him. Therefore, I understand it. There we go. What is this? 13? 13. Let's see what number 12. Well, we know 12 is, We know 12 has me. Shedeur is he gotta keep on knowing what he's doing. Because anything that he doesn't do, if he slip up a little bit, the people who hide him right now, they can't do that because there's so much positivity going. He turned a negative into a positive. They thought he was gonna cry and soap and they were gonna get to soak it up. Some people. And that positive wave has kicked in. He's doing well. He went to the school. And everything that they wanted to believe a lie about him. He don't get along. He ain't gonna get along. He ain't gonna perform. It's in his favor right now. So he's doing well. It's gonna be hard for you to do if his momentum continues. It's gonna be hard for you to deny him. The only way you're gonna be able to deny Shedeur is if at some point he says something, he frustrated that season. That's what they want. They want negativity, they want drama, they want division. That's what they want. And that's not gonna be Shedeur at the end of the day. I'm still under the impression, y'all. I'm not sure if he's gonna be a Brown. How long he's gonna be a Brown, I would say. It's in the Browns' best benefit to keep him. But I don't know if it's in his best benefit. For example, they're saying that the Browns is secretly or whatever putting a package together for Shedeur to go to the Saints. That will be interesting. It will be a similar situation because the Saints went and picked a second round guy instead of Shedeur. So that shows if they wanted him, they would have got Shedeur, at least in the second round. But they got someone else. So it's not the best situation because Shedeur will have to go there. Yes, less quarterbacks in the room, which is why the Saints will do something like that. But you will hope they're looking for backups. Unless they're truly looking for starter competition. You got Rattler down there who's been there. You got another rookie. What's his name? Snow or whatever. Whatever. I don't even know how to say his name. Got him in the second round. Then you got Shedeur. It will be identical to what he's experiencing now, being that they drafted somebody before him, and plus they have been there longer because they say depending on how long he stayed here, how long we have to go down there and learn their new system, learn this and learn that. If he went there, adjust to a new city in a shorter period of time because the season will be right around the corner. It's not as beneficial to go there now, and it will be unstable for him. It will be more instability. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be hard to deal with Shedeur. It's just gonna be hard. No matter where he's at. If he's performing and the crowd is with him, it's gonna be hard. I feel deep down inside Dylan knows he's not QB1. He knows he's not QB1. Not only from the fans' perspective, but the players have already put Shedeur as QB1. Yeah, I don't know if he's QB1. I know they made him they confirmed that he's over Gabriel. Now I know he's finna get with the older guys and he outperformed them, then it is what it is. But I don't think Gabriel will have the confidence to know I'm gonna come in as a rookie and be QB1. I think he's trying to make the team be a backup. But that was never Shedeur's attitude. What's going on? The Saints are waiting for Archie Manning next year. According to that, everybody waiting for Archie Manning. They claim that the Giants waiting for Archie Manning. Everybody waiting for Archie Manning. What's beautiful and what's silly about Archie Manning? How many games have he played? You can say Shedeur ain't played no competition. He ain't this, he ain't that. But you can make Archie the number one guy, and he ain't played no. He just been on the bench for 2 years. That's weird. How do you even know he gonna be? I mean, outside of you compare him to a class, but that wouldn't be fair if you compare him to guys who's experienced. You going off a hypothetical. He's the best thing. He ain't even played like that. It's not fair for you to put him above other guys who's playing, who's getting experience. You can predict, you can do all that all day. But I don't know how they can say what Arch Manning gonna do because he ain't played nothing really. He played some garbage time football, a few games. Well, I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna do. I don't know how you can predict him to be the guy. Be the guy. What is this computer doing? Silly, man. I don't know how you can predict that. This ain't going that quick. But that shows you the hypocrisy of it all, really. Because you look at it. Let me see. That's hypocrisy at its best. It's almost like when they say Dion tried to tell them where they go and they went along with it, but not. They didn't go along with him, but they went on with the Mannings. This right here will really be blatant. If they pick this boy, he ain't played now, but you can make him a first round draft pick. He ain't broke no records, he ain't did nothing, but he's a high draft round pick in Shedeur, who won the Golden Arm Award. Oh yeah, they irrelevant immediately. You don't know nothing about him. He ain't did nothing. Nothing at all. What Alan say here? This season like it be a wash if he gets dealt to another team. It's gonna be a wash one way or another if he go late because he's already a rookie. He will have to go accommodate himself to a new environment, learn their plays and all that. So the later he go, he's already late. But the later he go, it will be a done deal. It won't be the best situation for him. That's just how it goes. I mean, he ain't got enough experience and he ain't proved nothing. That's the thing. He ain't proven nothing. He ain't proven nothing for anybody to say anything. What you say? I'm gonna tell you one thing though. It'd be a very bad choice to get rid of Shedeur on so many levels. But they're gonna have to look foolish one way or another because if they get rid of Gabriel, they've already shown that they made a bad decision. They put Gabriel over Shedeur, so they'd be just like them admitting they was wrong. Are they willing to save face? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how they can save face the Browns because they chose somebody before him. They waited to get Shedeur in the 5th round. If he becomes a starter, that's the biggest slap in their face. Because the dumb GM said out his mouth, we feel like he was overvalued in the 1st round. But so he's valued as a 5th round pick. You said he was overvalued as 1st round, but so you said he was overvalued as a 3rd round pick that you chose Gabriel. So you say basically saying he's overvalued as a 1st round pick, he's overvalued as a 2nd round pick, and he's overvalued as a 3rd round pick. But his 5th round pick is accurate, but you making all this money off him as 5th round pick. So is that not value? Is ticket sales not value? So what he's telling your fans is forget y'all. Y'all ain't value because everything y'all want, they don't value. Because you said Shedeur is not valuable except a 5th round pick, but you got all his information, his videos on the front page of your stuff. So you a bold-faced lie to your own self. Because if he's not valuable, why are you showing him as the value? Why are you presenting him to the whole world and to your city as the face of your franchise? You showing him more than anybody, but he's not valuable. Somebody got to call him on his nonsense. It's gonna be a price to pay. Either you finna look stupid and trade Shedeur and blow your whole everything out the water and catch all the backlash, or you finna look like the clown you are and say that you was wrong about value, you lied about value because he gonna go and pass your third round pick and your starter and he let him play. Now what you gonna say about value? Because you just got a fifth round quarterback, a first round, no later than second round quarterback for 5 rounds at the fifth round. I don't know about him either. Suspect. What's going on? About to get the Shedeur stimulus package. Everybody gonna get paid. Yeah, because they get already on camera with him. Well, I'll show up. He's showing all of them. They getting eyeballs on them from people who didn't even know him because they follow Shedeur. If Shedeur packs $1 million following, and not $1 million, million people follow, which equate to more than $1 million. What do you do? What does that do for the rest of your people? You get to meet people you weren't never paying attention to because they're around Shedeur. That's the Shedeur effect. You got the prime effect. That's the Shedeur effect. Now, prime ain't up there. Shedeur is. So what do you do? Do you let that go for any reason? It's going to be a backlash because people are there only for him. So you're going to lose them. Then you're going to make mad the people who was there who going to support you, who was already down, was happy you brought Shedeur in. They're going to start, forget this is enough. I'm done with y'all. It's a loss if you don't handle Shedeur the right way. What's going on? But y'all, I'm not going to stay long today. I think y'all get the point. Shedeur going to win with the right attitude. Don't let these people get to him. Continue to win over the locker room. Continue to perform. He's going to win. Hopefully, for their sake, they win with him. Whether he win with them or he wins somewhere else, he's going to win. Because his results, somebody going to have to value him. He's proven he got talent. He's proven he brings the eyeballs with him. He's proven he brings support with him. Since when is that not what the NFL want? They can make it about everything else they want to make it about. It will be utterly foolish to not benefit from that and not take advantage of that. It will be abnormal. And if they go outside of the norm, they're going to pay a price for that. But that's just where I am right now. Again, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Greg said it. Greg said it live. And I'm going to come back with an inspirational motivation. We're going to get into that hard. So make sure y'all there. That, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Rain gone. And I'll be talking to y'all soon.